This is a great takeaway. प्लास्टिक मत यूज करो, प्लास्टिक बॉटल में मत पियो, बाहर ऐसे गार्बेज मत फेंको, ये सब कॉमन बातें हैं. बट द पैड्स दैट वी आर यूजिंग फॉर अ मेंस्ट्रुएशन, they are just, nobody talks about it. And Lieutenant Colonel Himanshi Singh, I think she has brought a great point forward.
One thing which I'm working for now last 1 year is the sustainability, because pollution is showing everywhere in a very ugly way. So now I educate men and women about the disposal of sanitary waste. When we talk about the periods, we go and buy everything in a black polythene, dispose it in a black polythene. We never care where it goes. So an average woman undergoes her periods for 40 years.
Yeah.
Every time she's using 12 to 15 pads. Imagine the first period pad which we all had used is still lying somewhere on this earth.
Yeah.
So these things, these social things, I think we need to talk about it, we need to address, and we need to spread awareness about it.
We're super excited to have Lieutenant Colonel Himanshi Singh on our show today. She's a leadership cultivator, personality development coach, corporate trainer, trained, I think, more than 15,000 Indian Army soldiers. Won many awards. Very, very, very gorgeous and beautiful. Himanshi ji, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है.
Thank you, Rashi, for inviting me on your show, and so glad and humble that we are talking here this morning today.
Something about Himanshi. She just called me 2 days back कि मैं दिल्ली में हूँ और मैं पॉडकास्ट करती हूँ तुम्हारे साथ. And believe me, so this gets a lot of regard for her because she values her work. Now to start with, Colonel, आप हमें बताओ, what has been your journey? So many fields. I understand आप Indian Army से हैं, and क्या रहा है आपके साथ, बताइए.
Rashi, I grew up in a family where they believe that growth is continuous. So when I was hanging my uniform, my mother said, "Ab kya karogi?" So I said, "I'm going to enjoy my retired life." She said, "You are not old. Why should you, talk like an old person? Go out and explore more." So when you come from a family like this, where your mother is motivating you and they create an environment that you can go out and work, I think it's a very beautiful thing, and that has allowed me to explore not just myself, but the world around me. The world is beautiful. You meet people and you understand different cultures, their backgrounds, and you learn from them so much every day. So journey has been beautiful. Shift from being in the army to the beauty industry, and then now I'm into corporate trainings and leadership cultivation. It has been a beautiful journey.
So how did you get into the Indian Army? Like, you could have got into modeling, honestly, and you're so gorgeous. Indian Army, beauty, I mean, like, how did it happen?
I think I was born to be a warrior princess. My father was in the army, and I think that was the prime motivation for me to be in the army. I had this glamour of uniform overpowering me all the time. I did try modeling when I was in Delhi doing my diploma in fashion. I did a lot of ramp shows, and I used to earn a very good money, very, very handsome amount. But then I wanted something very stable, because that time supermodels and all concept was just coming in. So when I got into army, I realized it's the most noble and one profession where, everyone knows you're patriotic, everyone knows you're all out to give, and there's some tangible difference you can make to your own life and life of other people. That inspired me, and the journey has been beautiful. I served for 23 years, and thereafter I have been training NCC cadets. So I have trained more than 8,000 NCC cadets also, and it's been beautiful.
So while preparing for your Indian Army, and so what is one thing that doesn't just, that whenever you think of it, you feel happy about it?
Uh, Rashi, I feel, first of all, goal setting is very important. My goal was to get into Indian Army, and knowingly or unknowingly, I was preparing for it the moment I cleared my 12th grade. I was into reading magazines which were about current affairs. I can name some of them like CSR and all. So, if you are into reading, I think it widens your horizon about the world. It keeps you abreast and upbeat about whatever is happening. Your general knowledge stays on point. So, that really helped me when I wanted to get into the Indian Army. And yes, being from that background, the physical fitness was never a challenge.
You are a mentor, a corporate trainer also. You've mentored, I think, more than 8,000 plus, trainings you've conducted. Tell us about your experience and how you got into it. What was your first break?
Uh, Rashi, being in the army, we have been training soldiers, and in army, continuous trainings take place. The reason for continuous training is that when you are not practicing what you have learned, you tend to forget that. And there is so much of change happening in the world because it's ever changing, ever dynamic. So I thought, why not get into it? And people need a lot of training in terms of leadership because they have different leadership styles. And the way world has changed post Corona, there is a need to cope up with the challenges life throws at you. So my first major break came from the Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, where I trained officers about the gender sensitivity. The lady officers had cleared the Defence Services Staff College, which was an icebreaker in the Indian Army.
Okay.
And then I realized not just there, because we had faced the biases, stereotypes, being in the army, being women. So I realized that is very important, but leadership. In day-to-day life, you need leadership. You need to make people aware about the inclusivity and the challenges which life throws at them, how to navigate them without, feeling raffled. So I think that is one thing motivated me to show the tangible effects on people, and this is how the journey started.
So, what is your favorite leadership quote?
Leadership is all about doing, not saying. Be there, do it, show the people how it is done, then you are a leader. It's not about giving directions. You have to be active, you have to be directive, and you have to make people know that you are worth pursuing and you are an influencer, not just in the office, but in all aspects of their life.
Absolutely beautiful. So, I believe you are also into a lot of social service. You work with special able children. So, and you have created curriculums for this sector. Tell us about that.
In the field of social service, Rashi, it's not just the disabled children. I also work for the menstrual sanitary disposal.
Okay.
I also work for women empowerment. Coming back to the curriculum, these children have different needs. So one must understand that you have to get in touch with psychologists, therapists, special educators. These are the people who work day in, day out with the children with special needs. So during my time here in Delhi, and there are small things which we take for granted. These children struggle to make, to unbutton their shirt and button it up, to tie the shoelaces. And there are different milestones for different children because the spacity is different. So one has to actually make different ways to have that milestone set for them. And that actually also made me very emotional when I was doing these things because we are blessed that, we have normal things in life. Look at the struggle they have. And so, as a part of us being giving back to the society, I think this is one field where we all must try and contribute. Apart from that, I have recently spoken to Udyan Care, where I'll be mentoring girls from their orphanage, from very socially underprivileged backgrounds. And one thing which I'm working for now, last 1 year, is the sustainability, because pollution is showing everywhere in a very ugly way. So now I educate men and women about the disposal of sanitary waste. When we talk about the periods, we go and buy everything in a black polythene, dispose it in a black polythene. We never care where it goes. So an average woman undergoes her periods for 40 years.
Yeah.
Every time she's using 12 to 15 pads. Imagine the first period pad which we all had used is still lying somewhere on this earth.
Yeah.
So these things, these social things, I think we need to talk about it, we need to address, and we need to spread awareness about it. So these small things, they motivate me, and I really want to dedicate the rest of my life to these works.
This is a great takeaway. प्लास्टिक मत यूज करो, प्लास्टिक बॉटल में मत पियो, बाहर ऐसे गार्बेज मत फेंको, ये सब कॉमन बातें हैं. बट द पैड्स दैट वी आर यूजिंग फॉर अ मेंस्ट्रुएशन, दे आर जस्ट, नोबडी टॉक्स अबाउट इट. एंड लेफ्टिनेंट कर्नल हिमांशी सिंह, आई थिंक शी हैज brought a great point forward. Okay, Colonel, tell me something. Now, you've been into the Kargil operations. जब मैं आपके एक्सपोजर के बारे में सोचती हूँ ना, तो मुझे गूज़बम्प्स होते हैं. मतलब इट्स लाइक लिविंग अ लाइफ लार्जर देन लाइफ, यू नो. आप उसके बारे में बताओ, योर एक्सपीरियंस एंड हाउ वर यू इन्वॉल्व्ड इनटू द ऑपरेशंस.
Rashi, I was 23 years young when Kargil operations happened, and you're filled with Josh. You were already full of patriotism, coming from a family of freedom fighters and all. But that gave me an opportunity to understand human mind. You know, when there is pressure, you understand the different leadership styles of people. You'll find many people who look very meek. They show resilience and courage. People who outwardly look very courageous buckle out.
Yeah.
So you first of all learn to deal with adversaries. You learn that things can go bad anytime, they can turn tough anytime, your life can be topsy-turvy. Staying in a comfortable AC room and you're moving to a terrain where you're just staying in tents. You don't know where your washroom would be. All these things are tough, and these are basic needs of a human being. You're not asking for moon. But when there is war, your basic needs also have to take a back seat. Such challenges bring out the fortitude, the resilience, and the mettle inside you. I think that was a great learning. Everyone works such in a beautiful manner. People do not need, specific directions. They know what is to be done. Everyone is collaborating. There's a lot of teamwork around the clock. And that is where the training from Indian Army shows. That is the time when everything comes out. जब सब लाइफ में अच्छा चल रहा है, कुछ आपको दिखाने की करने की जरूरत नहीं होती. But when tough time comes, तब पता चलता है कि हाँ, वो जो हमने एकेडमी में जो मेहनत की है, उसका रंग अब दिख रहा है.
Once a soldier, always a soldier. And आप रिटायर्ड भी हो जाएं आर्मी से, फिर भी आपके लाइफस्टाइल में वो सोल्जर पना, मैं बोलूँगी, वो कभी नहीं जाता है. So coming to this, on this point, now what is it like being on the panel of Permanent Commission for Women Officers in the Army?
Rashi, it was a momentous responsibility. First of all, if your organization is putting you on a panel, they trust you.
Yeah.
the rules and regulation for women was still being formed. Again, it's a responsibility for the community, the women officers community. So it wasn't easy. You had to be very thorough with the policies, the rule position, and also the facts and figures. That how many women are currently there, what is the point, how they can contribute. So studying that, understanding that, and putting your point across for the greater good. You are not just, one women officer who's there on the panel, you're representing the entire community of women officer. So that was a responsibility, and with the grace of God, good things happened later, and I'm so grateful that I was given that opportunity where I could portray myself as someone who really matters to the army and also to the community.
She's put across a beautiful, concept कि अगर आपको कोई अपने पैनल पे लेकर आ रहा है तो वो कोई पोजीशन नहीं है, इट इज़ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. एंड ये जो एक फैशन सा बन गया है कि हम एक पैनल पे आ गए और हमें एक वो वाह मिल गई, वो है, बट उसके साथ द बिगर थिंग इज getting a responsibility, being responsible for the brand. Okay, now Himanshi Singh is a very, very, I think, common face on the television. Every second day you will find her speaking on the television. So, national television का exposure आपको कैसे मिला?
Rashi, since I was doing a lot of training and I had trained some cadets from the Christ University, and it so happened that my work started showing. People started recognizing. When you mentor people, the word spreads. So somewhere they noticed me and I was invited for an interview by a reporter. He said, "Ma'am, I really want to understand you in a better way. We've seen you working, but I really want to conduct an interview." And with the grace of God, that went well. Then they started inviting me on the panel discussion. And thereafter, it just became a cakewalk. So now I very often go on television. They ask my views on various issues, especially on defense strategy. And I think when you talk about national defense, it is prestigious. It is a responsibility because you cannot just, go and blabber anything. You must know what you're talking.
Yeah.
You have to give the correct facts to people who will watch you, who will listen to you. So again, as I brought out, anything that comes to me, with the grace of God, I take it as a responsibility. I think that is inbuilt in me, that any opportunity is not just an opportunity to, just make a name for yourself, but to give back responsibly.
आप सोते कब हो? Because मेरे को आपका काम समझ के आ रहा है, because you must be either reading, doing some research work, of course you have a family, and then इतना social service, ऊपर से आप एक socialite भी हो, beauty industry में भी हो, fashion walks भी करते हो, fashion queen रहे हो, सोते कब हो?
I know how to make things work for me. I do not say that I work, balance and all those things, because it's a myth.
Yeah.
I prioritize what is to be done. I delegate what I can. The very beautiful thing that do what you are best at and delegate the rest.
Yes.
So I believe when you go on collaborations, when you ask people that, okay, I need help me, they are there for you, then vice versa. So you have to actually make time work for you. I take my 6 hours sleep. That is non-negotiable. But I prioritize my things. I know, how I work. I work on my goals on a monthly basis. Then I cut them short. That in a month, I have to do this. Then I chalk out a plan that in this day, I have to do this. My to-do list starts at least 3 to 4 days in advance. So that if I have to time block, and if it is not happening in that day, it goes to the next day or the next day. So it is very easy to manage and you are not ruffled in your mind. यार नहीं हुआ है, आज नहीं हुआ, कल हो जाएगा, परसों हो जाएगा. But yes, within a month, Those things have to be done.
And I think all achievers do that. When you have too much on your plate to handle, either you delegate your work or you have a timetable. And that is a great takeaway because she's a corporate trainer. And she's giving us this tip that make your timetable. Okay, so Imanshi, you won some amazing awards. You know, I guess Golden Achievers Award and then Women Prestigious Award. How did it happen and क्यों मिले आपको?
Recently, I would like to add to the list. I was given a Lifetime Achievement Award by Chicago Open University. I think awards are a recognition of not just your work, but the team efforts which people behind you also put in. And that is people who you may not name openly because there's so many of them. There's a family who's putting their time and, they are compromising. There are people who will just support you. They're there. That, they're there for you all the time. So any award is a recognition not to just your work, but to their efforts. It's a respect. So I got this Golden Achievers Award by Shri Mishra in Rajasthan, the Governor Saab, and thereafter the Governor of Sikkim gave me the Real Heroes Award. I mean, the list is long, but it is humbling too. That when you work, when you're successful, it comes to you. You don't have to actually work for the awards. Awards are a byproduct of your work. Keep working, you will get recognition. Don't work for recognition.
Very nice, and that is the humbleness is, I think, just speaking for herself, that how she has been all her life. She's been a giver, and I think this is very beautiful. Now, you've been into the beauty industry. How do you prepare candidates who are planning to be into, for the beauty pageants, and कैसे करते हो? क्या tips हैं आपकी?
Rashi, when the platform like a beauty pageant is a holistic development program in itself. Internally and externally, you have to tell a person how to express themselves. It is not just about fashion. Fashion is also an expression of yourself. You will always have a style of your own. That is one expression. But how to talk, how to conduct yourself under pressure, because when you're on stage and you're replying to the questions the judges are asking, there are so many people sitting behind them. You have to be very, very confident. Your smile has to be in place. You cannot show that, oh my God, what question? It has boggled my mind. No. Understand what is the question. Is there a hidden question in that? Sometimes one question may have two questions. So we tell them, listen, activate your active listening. Beauty pageant is a collaborative effect because you have to work for your designers, you have to work with your makeup artist, there'll be a choreographer telling you how to do it. So you must learn how to take orders, how to give orders, how to work in a team. It's a teamwork. Also, be very, very expressive about yourself. If you do not express yourself in those 30 seconds or 1 minute, the world will not know who you are because your resume is there with them. They know. So what else you can tell them in that short span of time? So it is all about bringing the best out in your contestants.
I want you to tell the entire world, how do you keep yourself beautiful? With so much happening, what is your daily routine? Let's hear.
I think beauty is not just skin deep, Rashi. If you call me beautiful, I take it as a compliment. I'm really grateful to you. But as there's a quote which says that, if you are beautiful beyond a certain time, it's not just your skin. It is the journey which you have taken. It's your deeds which make you more graceful. So I think whatever I have done wholeheartedly. And I still do wholeheartedly. I have been in love with my life. Whatever life throws at me, good, bad, ugly, I accept it as an experience. It's very easy to get bogged down why it is happening to me. But we forget our blessings when we say this. We have a life where people are actually praying. Being beautiful is just one aspect, but living beautifully, you can actually transform not just your life, but lives around you. I think what makes me beautiful is I am constantly striving to make lives beautiful around me by touching more lives, by learning constantly, and by implementing those learnings in my life, that how I can improve and I can improve the world around me.
So, what is your routine?
My routine is I am not a 5 a.m. Person. I get up by 6:30. Then I have those waters, the beauty waters,
Oh.
and then I take my walk to my treadmill and I do my treadmill. I eat healthy because that's very important. I'm very mindful of what I put inside my body, and I eat very mindfully. I'm not a junk person. You cannot tempt me with cookies and samosas. That's once in a blue moon thing. I believe in all three hearty meals from the Indian cuisine. That is my go-to. I would only have good Indian dal chawal kind of a food and I'm happy about it. I think eating healthy, exercising, sleeping, and staying mentally very active, that keeps you, I think, on top of your health. I socialize a lot because that comes complementary.
Yeah.
But there also I make it a point that, I'm home most of the days in time by 10:30, hit the bed by 11 and take a good nap. But sometimes, yes, I do falter on that. And I think that's very human.
Yeah. I think having a balanced life, as you said, that आप सब कुछ करते हो और करते हुए अपना ध्यान भी रखते हो. I think that is what she's trying to say. Women of her age, I think I would say 40 plus, need to be mentally involved into many different things in life to keep themselves healthier. Physical health तो आपकी योगा से बन जाएगी, एक्सरसाइज से बन जाएगी, पर mentally आपको हेल्दी रहने के लिए अपने आप को वेरियस एक्टिविटीज में इन्वॉल्व करना पड़ता है. दिस इज माई एक्सपीरियंस एंड शी इज अनदर वन हु इज शेयरिंग द same experience. Okay, so Lieutenant Colonel Himanshi Singh, I would want you to tell all the women listeners out there how to take care of themselves.
The role of women, I think it's pivotal in any family, in any organization. And with 50% of world population being women, they have a major role to play. In most of the families, what happens because of the cultural background, the requirements, women take a backseat. Their career takes a backseat. And we take women for granted. We take our mothers for granted. We take our sisters for granted. And I think we accept it, So it is very important for women, first of all, to take care of themselves emotionally, physically, mentally. I meet a lot of women, and there's a survey, I think, also by the LinkedIn that says 42% of women, they take a back seat in their career because they have pressing needs at home. It's a huge number. So it is very important for women to understand what they want from life. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you're not happy doing what you are doing, I don't think you'll be ever able to do justice with yourself and to the task you are handling. So understand your needs before you understand anyone else's needs. Start setting up boundaries. Start saying no. You don't have to be available to the world all the time. Please understand, you don't have to be yes ma'am all the time. You can say no very politely. Tell people they must respect your time, your me time. Because these days, it's very normal to take a phone call when you're off work. It is very normal to take your call when you are on the dining table, check your email. But that takes away your presence from that moment. So you're not living that moment. Exercise well, eat well, say no wherever you need to, ask for collaboration. कोई शर्म नहीं है help मांगने में. I think that makes you powerful, that you don't want to give up. You want to make things work. That is why you're asking for help. So understand that. Invest in other women. Friendships are very important. Talking to other women is very important. Mindless ranting with your friends is very important. You can't be sane all that time. So understand these small investments are a therapy. You don't need a therapist outside if you can heal you from within with these small things. Just go back to your childhood. What you did when you were with your friends. You were totally free. You enjoyed those moments. Break free from stereotype. Keep the inner child alive. आप तब भी पढ़ते थे ना, होमवर्क पूरा करते थे ना, मम्मी पापा की हेल्प करते थे ना. So, and you would do these things very lovingly, out of love. Start doing everything with love. I think everything in your life will fall in place. Don't get biased. Stop living in that watertight compartment. हम बड़े हो गए, हम ये नहीं कर सकते हैं. Explore more. Go out. Explore yourself, your mind. आपको चाहिए क्या लाइफ में? Get clarity on that. I think your life will be beautiful.
Yeah, and I think, what is your mantra for a great friendship? I really want to know this because I feel that you have a lot of friends. So,
Rashi, I have a lot of genuine friends, and I have some friends I can trust my life with. I have friends who will take care of me. I know no matter what, they have my back. I was in hospital twice in last 6 months, and I never had to bother about anything. My house was taken care of, and they would just take leave and they'll be there around me. If there are days when I feel low, and they would just know from a small hello, what's wrong? And they'll be there. I think that support system is very important, and that builds up gradually. Friendship is not an overnight thing.
yeah.
That trust, that value, that transparency, that honesty, I think that is the foundation of any good friendship. And you have to respect other person. Never be too intrusive. वो खुद ही बताएंगे आपको खुश होके, because they don't want you to judge them. जजिंग जहाँ शुरू हो जाती है, या आप कहीं एक दूसरे का फायदा उठाना चाहते हो, या आप ये देखते हो ना, अरे मुझे क्या मिलेगा. You will never have honest friendships. So friendship is all about giving, trusting, respecting, valuing. Do that, and I think I can say I'm blessed to have friends who are a family.
And I totally believe what she's saying, that she is a giver and she has been giving all her lives. And I think most of the people around her are also givers. Okay, Himanshi ji, aap mere ko ye batao, what is your one message before we go to your rapid fire round to all the communities out there?
Do not harp on what you're getting out of it. Do your work and believe in karmanye vadhika raste ma phaleshu kadachana. Do everything you do with love, dedication, and just see the difference happening gradually. In this time of everything instant, we want results instantly. Results don't come instantly. The weight doesn't come instantly, it doesn't go instantly. Same is your karma. Do your best, and do it with the intention of bringing change to the nearest community. दुनिया बाद में बदलना, पहले अपने आसपास के परिवेश को बदलो. See how small things you can do. आप छोटी छोटी चीजें अपनी आप तरीके से करोगे ना, आपके पास सारी चीजें तरीके से होंगी. जैसे nobody told me to go out and talk about the sanitary disposal. I started doing it myself because I took it as a responsibility that nobody else is talking about it. So when I go to the colleges, when I'm invited to forums, I talk about it, because if 2 women learn, it will spread.
Yeah.
And thankfully, people come and say, हमने कभी सोचा ही नहीं इस बारे में. We never heard such a thing. So try and make those small differences. I think world will automatically fall in place for you.
Absolutely great, and I totally agree with what you're saying. Okay, now let's do your rapid fire. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
If I had a superpower, I think I'll have a power to heal. Heal people emotionally and physically, because there's so much of pain you see that needs to be taken away, because people get bounded by the pain. Life is to be lived pain free. So be happy, and if I could heal, I'll just take away the pain.
Wow. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh, I remember I'd gone to Singapore, and people told us that this nice seafood platter and you get this and that. So I went to the street and I was trying. I don't know what all I ate. It was really weird.
Okay. If you could switch lives with any fictional character for a day, who would it be?
I think it would be Harmony from Harry Potter series.
Okay.
This girl is intelligent, she knows her mind, and she has that superpower, magical powers. I think वो उतना काफी है.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
All is well, all is well. And second is, I'll say, हर फिक्र को धुएं में उड़ाता चला गया. I think you have to take life the way it comes, forget all your worries and live it.
If you were a vegetable, which one would you be and why?
Vegetable, I would like to be carrot. Why? Because आप उसका हलवा भी बना सकते हो और आप उसकी सब्जी भी बना सकते हो. It's good for eyes too.
Yeah, and it's pretty looking also.
And pretty long also. And it comes in different colors.
Yeah, different sizes also.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the funniest thing that has happened to you while giving a speech or a training session?
Oh, I remember we were conducting this training for the CAG officers. They're very old people. So he was listening very attentively to me. So I thought maybe he's, there's something he's processing in the mind. So, he said, आप उम्र में तो बड़े छोटे लगते हो, but ज्ञान बहुत है आपके पास. And I was like, oh my God, ये compliment था या ये?
Okay. If you could instantly become an expert in anything, what would it be?
Expert. I've realized I am a jack of all trade, master of none. But yes, of course, I think I would like to be an expert in neuroscience.
Okay.
Understanding human mind, the way why they behave in a certain way. I think that I would like to do. Reading somebody's mind. I don't know what is going on in your mind, so I need to read that.
No, I was thinking that had I been in your place, I would have said if I could be better in AI, because that's the future. But I think that is linked with neuroscience because it's, generative AI is how human is behaving. I think you're reaching there closely.
Yeah, I think I'm more into emotional things.
Yeah.
Maybe I talk from that perspective.
Yeah, great. Okay. So what's the most ridiculous fact you know?
Most ridiculous fact.
I have so many.
No. I know about honey, that it can last more than 3,000, 4,000 years and still you can eat it.
Yuck.
Seriously?
Really?
Yes.
3,000 years?
Yes, I think in these tombs and all, they found honey pots lying for 300 years and it was edible. I mean, 3,000 years, a food product, still consumable.
Okay. If you had to give a speech using only movie quotes, which movie would you choose?
I'll choose Three Idiots. All is well, all is well. I think it has beautiful life lessons.
Yes.
So, I think you should be allowed to make your own choices. There's so many things. Follow your heart. Everything about that movie is beautiful. I'm not promoting Three Idiots, but yes, it has a life lesson.
Yeah. I just love the way she's saying all is well, all is well. Yeah. I think I just love it. Okay. If you could only eat one food for the rest of the life, what would it be?
Being an Indian, I would go by...
Gajar ka halwa?
No, Rajma Chawal.
Okay. So, before we close the podcast, I would like to ask you, what keeps you stress-free?
Living in the moment. Very moment you are here, I'm here with you. I'm not thinking about iske baad kya karna hai. No? Though I have my things chalked out for the day, but I live in the moment. And I know one thing for sure, when God is sitting there, The universe is making things happen for you. Your worrying will only stress you out. Do not worry. Do your things well on time. Once you're at the right place in the right ring, as we are taught in the army, at the right time, half of your problems are sorted. The rest, if you take care of your tone, be neutral, don't be judgmental, your life is sorted.
Absolutely beautiful. Some great takeaways from this podcast. We've had a great time together recording this. So get in touch with her. She's excellent with training sessions, excellent with training beauty. People going in for beauty pageants. Get in touch with her. Her details are available on the podcast post. कर्नल हिमांशी आपका बहुत बहुत थैंक्स है क्या
Thank you so much, Rashi. It was pleasure talking to you.